Paris is full of wonders. Eiffel Tower, amazing food, and of course the Mona Lisa. She sits quietly in the Louvre, behind thick glass, drawing millions every year. People squeeze in for a selfie with a painting smaller than a poster. Why her? The Louvre is packed with masterpieces, yet everyone rushes to see this one mysterious woman. What's her secret? It's not just the paint, it's the story genius, a wild heist, and a smile that's puzzled us for centuries. She's the original celebrity, famous for being famous, and for being a masterpiece. You wait in line, get 30 seconds with her, and then you're ushered away. But that brief moment is magic. She's more than a painting, she's a global icon. So, let's dive in and uncover what makes her so special. We'll travel from a quiet Italian studio to the world's most famous museum. We'll meet the artist, explore the art, and unravel the wild story behind her fame. The real story of the Mona Lisa is more thrilling than you think. Let's see if we can solve the mystery, or at least enjoy the ride. Who is the Mona Lisa and who painted her? Leonardo da Vinci, artist, inventor, Renaissance genius. He started painting her in Florence around 1503, over 5 centuries ago. The woman is believed to be Lisa Gherardini, wife of a wealthy silk merchant. That's why the painting's official name is La Gioconda. Mona Lisa is just her nickname. It was meant to be a simple family portrait, not a global icon. She's surprisingly small, about 30 by 21 inches, painted on poplar wood. People expect a grand masterpiece, but find an intimate portrait. Leonardo took the painting to France, and after his death it became part of the royal collection. So, to recap, a genius artist, a merchant's wife, a small portrait from the early 1500s. It wasn't meant to be legendary, but Leonardo was obsessed with perfection, working on it for years. He never delivered it to the family, he kept it until he died. Maybe he knew he'd created something special, or maybe he just couldn't let go. That decision changed art history. The Mona Lisa's journey from a private commission to a world treasure is as mysterious as her smile. She's survived centuries, wars, and even theft. Her story is as layered as her paint. She's not just a face, she's a legend. And it all started with a simple portrait. Let's see what made Leonardo's work so extraordinary. Leonardo da Vinci wasn't just a painter, he was the ultimate Renaissance man. He sketched helicopters, studied anatomy, and wanted to understand everything. This curiosity shaped his art. In the Mona Lisa, he used sfumato, soft, smoky transitions that make her expression lifelike and mysterious. Dozens of thin paint layers create that famous shifting smile. He mastered perspective, making the background hazy and distant, giving depth to the scene. Even the horizon lines are uneven, making her seem both monumental and approachable. His study of anatomy shows in her hands, realistic, relaxed, alive. Leonardo combined art, science, and nature in one portrait. He wasn't just painting a woman, he was capturing humanity itself. That's the genius. He made a painting that feels alive. Every detail, from her eyes to her hands, is deliberate. The Mona Lisa isn't just a picture, it's a living mystery. Leonardo's relentless pursuit of perfection set her apart. That's why, centuries later, we're still captivated. Let's see how her legend grew even bigger. For centuries, the Mona Lisa was admired, but not a superstar. That changed with a crime. In 1911, she vanished from the Louvre. At first, staff thought she was being cleaned or photographed, but soon panic set in. She was gone. The news exploded worldwide, the biggest art heist in history. Police shut down the Louvre, questioned everyone, even Picasso. The French government was embarrassed. How could their treasure disappear? The theft turned Mona Lisa into a legend. People flocked to see the empty space where she once hung. Newspapers plastered her face everywhere. She became the most wanted woman in the world. For 2 years, there were no leads. Theories swirled: mastermind thief, rival museum, prank. The world waited, obsessed with her disappearance. The empty wall became as famous as the painting itself. The mystery deepened her allure. The theft transformed her from admired artwork to global icon. She was now a symbol of lost treasure and intrigue. The world wondered, would she ever return? The Mona Lisa's legend was born out of absence, and her story was just getting started. Where was the Mona Lisa for 2 years? Not in a vault, just a tiny Paris apartment. The thief, Vincenzo Peruggia, was a handyman who thought he was returning her to Italy. He hid overnight in the Louvre, disguised as a worker, and simply walked out with her under his smock. For 2 years, he kept her hidden, waiting for the right moment. In 1913, he tried to sell her to an art dealer in Florence. The dealer and a museum director authenticated the painting, then called the police. The heist was over. Her return was a sensation. She toured Italy before heading back to Paris. Crowds everywhere celebrated her comeback. When she returned to the Louvre, thousands lined up to see her. The painting was now a global celebrity, not just a masterpiece. The theft gave her a story and a personality. She was no longer just a face on a wall, she was a survivor. The world couldn't get enough. The Mona Lisa's adventure made her unforgettable, and her fame only grew from there. The smile, everyone talks about it. Is she happy, sad, hiding a secret? Her expression shifts as you look. It's subtle, complicated, and feels real. Leonardo's sfumato technique blurs the edges, making your brain fill in the gaps. Look directly at her mouth. The smile fades. Look away, and it reappears. It's an optical illusion, a fleeting moment caught in paint. Leonardo captured not just a smile, but the beginning or end of one. That ambiguity makes her feel alive and human. She's not posing, she's caught in a private thought. What was she thinking? We'll never know, and that's the magic. There's no single answer to her smile. Her expression is a mirror. What you see says as much about you as about her. Leonardo created a puzzle with no solution. For 5 centuries, we've been trying to solve it. That's not just art, that's genius. The Mona Lisa's smile keeps us coming back. Scientists are as fascinated by her smile as art lovers. Our eyes see details with central vision and shadows with peripheral vision. Look straight at her mouth, the smile vanishes. Glance away, and it returns. It's all about how our brains interpret those soft shadows. Emotion recognition software says her smile is a mix. Mostly happy, but also a bit sad, fearful, even angry. Real emotions are complex, and Leonardo captured that. Technology like X-rays and infrared scans reveal he made changes over time. Different poses, even a different landscape. No visible brushstrokes, no outlines, just pure sfumato mastery. Science doesn't kill the magic, it deepens it. Leonardo's innovation was centuries ahead. The Mona Lisa is both art and science, a masterpiece in every sense. The Mona Lisa isn't just in the Louvre, she's everywhere. She's the most parodied, referenced, and reproduced painting in history. After the theft, she became a pop culture icon. Artists like Duchamp and Warhol reimagined her. The internet turned her into a meme machine. Sunglasses, pizza, cats. She's been remixed in every way. Her image is in movies, ads, and music videos. She sells everything from coffee to insurance. She's a universal symbol of mystery and beauty. Every new meme or movie keeps her relevant. She's not just a relic, she's part of our digital lives. Her story keeps evolving with every generation. From a quiet portrait to a viral sensation, her journey is unmatched. She's a brand, a legend, and a living part of our culture. The Mona Lisa's face is everywhere, and she's not fading anytime soon. Her influence is as endless as her smile. Why is the Mona Lisa the queen of art? It's a perfect storm. Leonardo's genius, art, science, and innovation made her lifelike. The drama of her theft turned her into a global superstar. Her mysterious smile keeps us guessing. She's a puzzle we can't solve, a story we can't forget. She feels timeless, familiar, and endlessly fascinating. She's more than a painting, a masterpiece, a survivor, a pop icon, and an eternal mystery. She draws us in, reflects our emotions, and reminds us that some questions are best left unanswered. 500 years later, we're still lining up for a glimpse of that unforgettable smile. The Mona Lisa is art, legend, and enigma, all in one, and that's why we can't look away.